morning, it's Terry, and welcome to another edition of An Orchid Day. And today, I am going to give you a peek of what is left in the greenhouse. And it's mostly Phalaenopsis and my little Phylums. So, right now, it is 70 something, and humidity is 85. So right off the bat, I've got my corner cervides all grouped here together. My obsession, really blooming really nicely for me this year. Well, I just got these, so I can't take credit for any of this. Although, since I've gotten these from Tiny Jungle, which I am so grateful that I was able to snatch these, because I've had issues with getting these from Norman's and then they just die. Anyway, that's another topic. But to have all of these at once in bloom is just such a treat. Really. The orchid, the diversity in orchids is just so incredible. Yeah, so I've got, this is a dragon, what is this? This is, okay, this is a Bear's King, LD's Bear's King times Dragon Tree Eagle, which that was my obsession, and happy KS. So also a lot of my Phalaenopsis, most of them are doing well. I have some that are not, but I have the majority of them are doing well, especially my Giganteas. This is Tawate, or this is Tawate times the Prince, and I really just have them sitting in, they love water and they like light, and this is a new leaf that is putting out. This is the plain Gigantea, and it did bloom for me. It's putting out a new leaf, and the spikes, as I've said, are still green. And I've already sort of did a video, I don't know when I did it, maybe it was live, but I talked about how I have these little seedlings, ambricoids, and some, those are Macodies, and the ones that do not want the extra moisture are sitting up. Like this is in a cup, so it's not getting that moisture that's in there, and this creates extra humidity as well. So, and this is where I'm going to move my, well, no, I'm not going to move my Eranthes, my Erangus that are outside. I still haven't done that, but they're going to be in this area, probably hanging up here or somewhere down here where they get all this extra moisture. These are my Erangus Enrichis, which I think they're doing pretty well so far. And I have two of them. There's the other one. It's giving me that new leaf. And the roots look really well. Really good. You can see that they were really loving that extra moisture that is at their roots. And it's not coming from above. I water just a tray. I mean, it does get some, but not a lot. Most of it is on the tray. And this is an Erangus. No, it's not. This is an Eranthes caudata. And then here's this is another Erangus. This is Calceolaris. And actually, this is the first one that I had ever, was Calceolaris. This is the first Angraecum when I was living in Seattle. And these get really, really nice, really peculiar, miniature, really thin spikes. It's green, and the flowers look like the little bugs. There's no fragrance to them, and they're very minute. But when it's a nice plant, there can be many spikes going at one time, and I am really happy that this is even still alive, because I have difficulty with these small, sort of thin leaf plants, just because their leaves are very sensitive to moisture getting on them, and they also are sensitive to just different changes in humidity. So it's kind of nice to have found a little microclimate that seems to have kept it happy, at least up until this point. So this is Angraecum calceolars. It's a Madagascar, of course. So I won't go into that. But yeah, things are really nice, looking really good. This is the new Phalaenopsis mix. You can see it's got Leica and it's got a mixture of stuff. And there are roots there. And this is my Hieroglyphica, which just finished blooming. And it is in that mix that I was just telling you about. Charcoal, Leica, some bark, perlite. I think there may even be a little bit of cocoa husk. But I would say that is a fairly happy plant. It's got a kiki. No, there's a kiki right there. So there's a little seedling, a little epidendrum. But yeah, everything is looking really well. I mean, it's still a spurge, but I am, until I find another monkey, and it's really not looking good, it looks worse. I'm just going to continue to do it. And I really need to add more. This is light, I believe. Or it could be some sort of deficiency, but I think it's light. Could be water as well, but I haven't really been watering much, not in here, because I spend a lot of time outside. But I have been trying to do better with my Phalaenopsis, which is why I have given them that new mix, because it tends to keep them more on the moist side, and so I don't have to really be out here all the time, not every day. Plus, since the humidity is pretty high as well, it keeps them moist longer. That is my Violaceae that I just got. Here's my Sumatrana that's got that spike there, just finished blooming. Here is my Amboyensis. This little plant is just amazing. In long season of bloom. This is very fragrant. And that, of course, is fragrant back there. And really, I am scoping out for tomorrow's most fragrantest. It's going to be a tough battle. And this is very fragrant as well. This is going to be in the running. This is Foul, Taishin Flying Eagle, times, I believe it's Tetraspis, Green Normans. Yes, it is fragrant. So yeah, my Phalaenopsis look really well. Here's some Bulbophyllums that I have here that are putting up new growths. This is my Nymphomaniac, giving me more flowers. They're very stinky. And this is my Karen Lewis, and this is Jersey. That's giving me a new growth there, so that's nice. That is recovering. Here is my Schwetzii, and Schwetzii, giving me a new growth, and there is still that little, you see that in there? That is the beginning of a spike, but that's been there for a minute, so we'll see. I've got my Echinoladiums, two back here, Bulbophyllums, finished that new growth, and it's got a bud that's progressing, so we'll get more flowers soon. Got some more Bulbophyllums here. Their bloom size, and you can see they're giving me lots of growths. And see, I need to really spend some time out here watering these more. This is not a bulbophyllum, this is a cross. This is actually Nodosa times Skeptra, Prostechia Skeptra, and it is giving me a new growth there. This is a Rodrigueza, Betmanii, giving me a new growth there. Actually, you know what? I think, yeah, that is a new growth, but that could actually be a flower spike. But I think it's a new growth. I'm not going to jinx myself, but it's a species. They like it on the wetter side and kind of shadier, but they do like good light. And then I have some other Phalaenopsis here. This is another one of my, yeah, there's my grandiflora that's got a root there. It's really doing well. Some Biltoms, bulbophyllums here, giving me some growths. And back there is a Kiwani Mendenhall that I am going to take outside today because it needs to be sprayed. It kind of looks like it's got a little bit of something and it just needs to go outside to get some better sun. Here's a Speciosa times Corner Cervi. Hopefully those blooms will be nice, and then I'll probably move that over to the other side where my other Corner Cervis are. More Phalaenopsis. Where's the tag on that? Jeez, I hate that. This is one that I just got yesterday, I know. And then, no, this is one I got as well yesterday. That was the replacement for the dead one. And then here's another Marii that I have. And then here's Cattleyas that I'm going to leave in here. Some bifoliates that are difficult plants. Catherine Clarkson times Jungle Gym. And then that one's Naomi's Delight times Catherine Clarkson. But you can see they're giving me some nice new growths. And there's my little Formosa Dream that I love. And here's one of my little seedlings of Indobulbon. Munificum. But it's actually a dendrobium now, but I will always call it Indobulbon. It's a lot cooler. And then I have a Galliandra. No. Yeah, it's a Galliandra back there. It's a little seedling, and I'm trying not to water it too much, but you can see there's a little growth coming up at the top, which is great. And quickly, just down here, doing really well. These are some Biltoms. You can see there's new growths. That's another Curriculatum that's got a new growth down there. That's my Frosty Eye. And this is any kind of, no, this is a Apple-Bracteum, which I think is a synonym of Curriculatum. Here's another Karen Lewis. Well, that's Karen Lewis times Echinolabium. But yeah, there's a Frank Smith times Wilbur Chain, giving me a growth. And this is a Olea, which is a, what am I thinking? Peristeria. Is it? Peristeria is what I'm thinking. But anyway, look at those leaves. Is that light? I don't know. It could be. But maybe I need to start, I really need to start giving them some food. I really haven't done anything but water, and that looks similar to that. If you know anything, if you have any, I'm just going to start giving them some fertilizer this week. I have to. But if you have any other suggestions, feel free to let me know. The other things that are in here, besides my Phalaenopsis, and I'll briefly show those because, you know, you've seen them many, many times. And these are my Paphiopedums, which are really looking great. Really looking great. I have one of my Barcarias is sitting here getting some good morning sun, but then afternoon shade. I ought to take that outside because I don't think it's getting enough water. These are like copious amounts of water, and I'm hardly ever out here. So this is another one that I need to get out of here, even though it is sitting in a tray of water. As you can see, it still needs more, and actually it needs sprayed because you can see there's a little bit of some bugs there. But yeah, that's Galliandra. They put up their growths in the spring. They like copious amounts. Then when their growths complete, then they like nothing. they like higher light and cooler temperatures at that point. Summer, shade, lots of water, cooler, winter, drier. Okay, and that's when they put up their spikes. So that's going outside, but my Paphiopedilums, they are really doing well this year. One of the first years, you can see they're giving me some new growths. More new growths. There's that one, and then there's Shanine Sanders, and I've got some more Phalaenopsis over here. This is the one to get right here, Samurai Blue. But this is lovely as well. There's the name, you can see it. And I have them just sitting in these glasses where they get constant supply of moisture. I always have to remember to come out and dump them out, but I do remember. And this is really, really fragrant over here. This is a beauty that just opened for me. I had got it earlier in the year, last fall or spring. Early, it was in the winter, and the buds blasted, and so it gave me another spike on another growth. So this is Cascade Creek times Sanderianum. And back here, what's back here? That's another Cascade Creek times Rothschildianum. And here's the last flower on Gary Romania, which I believe is Saint Swithin crossed with something. Down here is my Philippinens that just dropped its flower. And this is my Michael Kupovich right here, which is Philippinens times Sanderianum. And there's my Lady Isabel times Roth, which is Lady Roth. And there's my Stony Eye. So anyway, and the only other thing that I have here is some files, some paths that are getting good light here. They've been repotted, as you can see. This, I don't know, I'm probably gonna give this away. I have had this forever. Got this from Wade years ago, and I've repotted it a few times, and it's really not. It's a Pleurothallus longissimum. It should be warm tolerant, and I'm not showing the name really well. And this video is getting a little long, but my files look a lot better since my paths, these are paths, but these Phalaenopsis here that I want to point out, this one right here in particular, well, this one in particular, because this had actual crown rot, as you can see, but then it put up another side growth, which has started to put up roots, so that's great. That is a rare thing that happens, and I have a Phalaenopsis in my kitchen that I hope does that, because that's a nice fragrant one. But anyway, folks, that is really everything that is in the greenhouse right now. And thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids, everybody.